Hi, it's Wendy from the Barrington Library. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cool unicorn crown. It's with paper folding, and you can design your unicorn horn however you like, but it just reminded me of when I was a kid and I'd take my gum wrappers and fold them up and make these great paper chains, and it's the same technique, so I thought it would be fun to do and I want to share it with you. So when you get your kit to make your paper crown, you'll get a stack of colored construction paper, you'll get a glue stick, a pencil, a ruler, and a little unicorn horn that you can color or design how you want. And I'm going to get started. Let's see how we can do this. I'm going to turn my camera down so you can get a picture of my table. And we're going to cut our colored paper into 1-inch strips. And to do that, I just lined up the edge of my 1 inch and made a dot, and made the line down. So I'm going to do a few more. 1 inch, a dot there. 1 inch, a dot there. Line those 2 dots up and draw a line. You probably want to do quite a few. Your head's not as big as mine, but it does take quite a few to do a crown. So go ahead and make lines down all your papers. You'll have extra pieces for later if you want. So once you've done your whole paper, go ahead and hold your pieces together. You can probably cut a few at a time if you want, and cut along that line. So this will give you your strips of multicolors. There we go, and strips like that. So that takes just a couple minutes, but you'll have a great selection of colored strips, sort of like what you'll have here, because I'll give you all these different colors of construction paper. So once you get these strips, you can decide if you want to make a crown that has a pattern that it goes blue, orange, green, pink, yellow, blue, orange, green, pink, yellow. If you want to make it in a pattern, you could, or just have them random colors. It's up to you. Once you get your strips, you'll be taking each one and folding it in half. This is the prep time that probably takes the most. And then once you fold it in half, open it up and fold from the outside into the crease. And then fold this one into the crease. And then fold them again. So it ends up being like this. You can see they go in there. So that's how you fold each one. After I got started and I learned what shape I wanted to do, it became a little easier. What I did is in my hand instead of on the table, I just held it and folded it in half, let it open a little, and bring my center down in and pinch, and bring my center down in and pinch. Almost looked like I was making a heart too. So it ended up being fairly easy to just do it in my hand. So fold it in half, and then 1, and then 2, have a great little heart, and pull them together and pinch. So there you got your thing. So now I did want to do mine in a pattern. I like that all the colors are separated nice on my crown. So I lined them up and I did a whole bunch. Once you get a lot of your colors all done and folded up, you can line them up so that you have your pattern. So these are also lined up. What you'll do is you take one of your pieces to start, take the next one, and as you're holding at the fold, you'll see these 2 openings. Slide those 2 right in. Keep them up at that end. There we go. Turn it over. Take your next color and slide it in those 2 openings. There we go. Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm too high for that. Turn it over. Take your next color and slide. Whoops. And see, they go right through each one, and they hold each other pretty firmly. It's pretty neat. And you can use these to make chains for anything. You can do decorations for a party if you wanted. These are really cool paper chains. The time is folding all those pieces. So this goes along pretty quickly. And you just keep going and going. So I'm going to just do several here so that I get my chain long enough to make a crown. So let me just keep going. I do like mine in a pattern. You could even do one just all one color or just a couple colors if you wanted. So if you have a theme, or maybe you don't want to make a unicorn horn, maybe you want to make a dinosaur, or that could be green and you could put dinosaur horns, or maybe, I'm trying to think what else. Oops, that didn't go in. But, you know, color themes that way if you wanted to. If you had black and white paper, you could do black and white and do a skunk. Put a little tail sticking up the top of the back of it instead of a horn out the front. So they're just pretty cool crowns. Pretty good. You could make party hats if you had a party coming up. That is a theme. And so it's kind of versatile, and I like that. But it's also, it's fun. It's great to see. Look how quickly this chain is growing. It's great to see how quickly it grows. And this shows you where it's important that you do exactly 1 inch wide and don't go bigger or smaller, because if it were a little bit wider, it might not fit through that. It slides in pretty easy, but it still fits nice and snug. So that's how I'm liking it. All right, so I want it a little bit longer, so I'm gonna reach up there and continue this pattern of, let me see, I need green, and then orange. I keep turning it over. Oh, that one didn't go in so easy. Here we go. Here we go. Orange, and then pink. There we go. And pretty soon, I'm going to do yellow, red, and blue. And then I'll show you how to end it off, because we need to connect it. Yellow. Turn it over. Red. And before I do blue, my last color, I do put it in. Then I'm going to show you how to. Okay. There we go. So we're going to take our 2 ends, and they're actually both facing downward, which is great. And I'm going to bring them close together. And this green piece right here, I need to connect it in here, but I don't have those ends sticking out to do it. So I'm going to reach down in, open my loop a little bit, and pull those 2 pieces and actually push this down so that they stick out. See how there's 2 pieces? And I'm going to bring this closer and stick them down in that blue. 1, 2. So it's a little squishy when you're doing this. It's almost a little difficult to put them in. There we go. And push them through. Whoops, I missed that bottom one. I want to make sure I can get it in there. Hold on a second. There we go. There we go. Stick them through. And then once I do that and I see that they're in both sides, I'm going to pull this green thing up, maybe squish it a little bit, bring it in and push it up, back over that one. So there we go. So it shows a solid green. I can put that in the back, or I can glue something on my horn or something on the front and it wouldn't even show. So now I've made a crown. And it's a pretty colorful crown. It looks great. What we will need to do now is we're going to be attaching our unicorn horn. So if you have crayons or markers or glitter pens, I think that would be great. My first unicorn horn, I did all kinds of colorful swirls on it. But I think this one I'm going to do pretty simple. I'm going to just color it in yellow, just for the sake of showing you how we would do. I'm a fast color. And it doesn't even matter if I go outside the lines, because I'm going to be cutting it out afterwards. I'm going to do a little edging of orange. Ooh, kind of reminds me of candy corn for the fall. Here we go. There we go. And then I'll need to cut this out. So you'll need to have scissors at home to be able to cut this out. Here we go. don't want my lines to show. I'm not too sure. These little pencil lines. And you will get a template for this horn. Now, if you decide to do something different like a dinosaur or a skunk tail or whatever, you'd need to come up with that design yourself. And you can ask a parent to help you if you want. So there's my horn. And I will go over here, turn it over, and attach it. I'm going to say that this is the front of my crown, and put a little bit of glue. Now I want to really smear it. Can you see how it's pretty thick? I want to make sure I've got some good thick glue on there, because it's going to be sticking up in the air and we want it to be sturdy. And hold on. Here we go. So there we go, our new unicorn crown. And so one's bigger than the other, because this one had to fit my head. It's still not quite big enough. I've got a pretty big head, but I did want to show you another little idea. I thought, oh, maybe a green bug. I was thinking of a frog, but they don't quite look like frog eyes. But I did one solid green and gave him some good bug eyes. And you could do this with, it does kind of look like a little bug, doesn't he? But you could maybe make them shaped a little bit different to make them frog eyes, or do little round eyes like that and put those horns on for the dinosaur. So you get lots of ideas, I'm sure, that you can come up with and make your own kind of crown. So I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye.